Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is my fabric book number 2 called Alexandra, and I hope you enjoy a little flip through of some of the pages. There we have a picture printed on fabric and a recycled jewel, some lace trim, and here are some vintage bronze effect metal embellishments, and the whole page has been covered, in fact the whole book has been covered in this beautiful teal fabric. That's thank you to Liz for giving me the fabric. If you can see the ridges on the spine, and the back is again the teal fabric with vintage lace trim, and we have a little dangle there hanging down of some broken jewellery. There's the bottom where we have the side. You can see the thickness of the book, it's quite bulky, and there's the top. So I hope you can see. I'm going to open it now, and there we have, here we have the first page. I'll show you the first page. We have a fabric photograph of a vintage girl, and that's edged in lace, different trims, some boho trim, some tatting, and a pearl and sparkly bit of bling. Same there, some bling, and an applique rose, and this gorgeous black beaded trim. And here we have a silk flower, a puffy flower that I made, and I attached a vintage button, and the whole thing has been edged with different layers of laces. That one was tea dyed, and this was a ruffle lace that I had, and again tea dyed lace. There we have a little bit more beaded trim. If you can see, I'll just do you a close up, then you can see it. There we go. Oh, and there's this one, this black trim as well. There we go. So that's the first page. Now the next page, this one, has been protected with a piece of lace, and that is fastened down with a pin that I've made. There we go. And there's a resin rose and some ribbon. And if I remove this pin like so with one hand, maybe not, excuse me a minute, just remove the pin with two hands might be better. There we go, there's the pin. And this then, this lace lifts up to reveal the page. The whole page is covered in this, I don't know if you can see the colour, it's like a cream peachy cream silk, and this is a tangerine velvet topped up with a bow, a ribbon bow, and then we've got this lovely beaded trim down at either side, and at the bottom is this gold fringing, and here we have a pocket with some beautiful gold trim. It's gorgeous. It's like a gold metal thread, and inside there is a pendant and chain, and that just fits inside there. And there we have a little resin rose. Made it with polymer clay actually. So that's that page, and with the pin, which I'll put back later. The next page, again we have a lace protection on this page, beautiful silver grey lace that was given to me by Randy Moats Kirby, so thank you Randy. In fact, quite a lot of this fabric is from Randy in America. This one here is another pin that's holding down the lace, so if I just undo that one like so, you can see that's a black resin rose pin, and then we lift the silver, we turn over the page, the silver, and that's just stuck down with some tape. And the page itself is purple velvet and gold applique with purple applique. We have a beautiful vintage photograph on some thick card that just slips into that pocket there. And here we have a vintage key which has come from France and is thought to be at least 100 years old. It was come from a barn in France, I was told when I bought it. A little tassel and applique. So I'll just do you a little bit of a close-up on there, and then you can see the key, the photograph. Oops. There's the page. So we turn that back like that. And here we have another page, vintage lace between some gold netting, which just turns over. And here we have another page that's just protection really. And we have black velvet, a silver applique butterfly, black applique, more black lace and black rose, and we have some beautiful lace on the bottom, and there we have a tab. And when we turn the page over, we have this beautiful applique sparkle in the shape of a flower onto one of the main pages. Here we have, I don't know why I seem to have difficulty showing the page. Oh, there we go. The background is peach coloured silk, and over the top of that we have some black lace and some gorgeous black trim, which is beaded. And under there, I'll just let you look at that, sorry, some beaded trim, and under the beaded trim is some more cotton, black cotton lace. There's a lot going on this page. There's a golden ribbon, and there's and a ribbon bow, and attached to that is a brooch, and also attached underneath is a photograph on board. And we've got attached to this some earrings, vintage earrings, which are clip-on. If you just heard one then drop, we've got them attached, just clipped onto this photograph at the moment. So there it is. There's the photograph with the vintage earrings. And underneath there we've got a vintage letter, which is held in place by a vintage hat pin. You can see it there. And there, I'll just zoom it in a little bit. There, vintage hat pin attached to the letter. And that just pops in there under the ribbon. And in this corner we have clip Tim Holtz safety pin, and is holding a locket. And then down at the bottom, see, down at the bottom here, under this beaded trim is a little pocket, and inside the little pocket we have a locket, which is also attached using one of the Tim Holtz pins. And inside the locket we have a picture of a lady and a man, Alexandria, and a lover. That just pops in there. So that's that page. And then let's turn it over. It's quite heavy to hold, is this book. Over here we have the centre of the book, and this is the first page of it. There we go. And then there's the second page. And if I just describe to you the first page, first of all, tell you what I've done to it. I've got some turquoise blue cotton lace and some boho trim. Here we have a butterfly brooch in the corner there, butterfly brooch, which is only pinned on, so will come off. We've got some butterfly trim all the way down. Sorry. And a pocket there made of velvet with most exquisite trim. Absolutely fabulous, this, and it's got to be seen to be appreciated. And we have some feathers in the pocket, and also we have another lovely photograph that's edged with corners, fancy corners, and the feathers just sit inside there. and it's backed with velvet. Now at the bottom there is a necklace, and there's just an embellishment, and here's a handmade pin, like a hat pin or a pin, brooch pin. And there we have another one at the other side, matching pin, and some more blue lace and some tea-dyed lace. So that's that one. And then in the centre we have a flower, puffy silk handmade flower, which is on a pin, stick pin, so it can be used as a brooch. And above it is a vintage pin. Oh, just a minute. There, vintage pin, that in black, and it has a chain attached. That's quite old. And there's some tea-dyed lace, cotton lace down the centre. And the next page, which I'll show you best I can, is this one. There's a lot going on this one as well. We've got vintage lace from Randy. I've got gold lace trim, more vintage lace from Randy, some vintage pearls, blue velvet background to the page. We have a photograph, beautiful photograph, and a vintage letter, feather. Here we have a pendant, which is a dragonfly, and another stick pin flower in turquoise, and another small turquoise flower brooch. There you can see the rest of that pearl necklace just down there with the clasp. If you can see that, I'll just zoom it in a little bit, and then hopefully can you see the clasp? And this got some lovely boho trim there. More tea-dyed laces. And more boho trim there on the pocket. So this would be a lovely, lovely keepsake journal. You could put your own photographs in of your family. You could put your own brooches and anything really that brings memories. So I'll show you the next page now. Now we're on the blue page. There's the blue page with the vintage lace all the way around it, and it's got a beautiful blue velvet background. We have some old letters, facsimile, packet of letters, a bundle of letters, and hiding behind in the pocket is a photograph and another pair of vintage earrings there. That just pops inside the lace pocket like so with the letters. We've got the letters tied up with a bundle of velvet ribbon. Now pinned to the background here, which this opens with a ribbon, and inside is a cameo, little cameo there. Just fastened together with a ribbon and a piece of silk, boho silk. Just roughly fasten it for now. I'll go back later and do it properly. So there we go. That's that page really. There's a nice flower in the centre, and here we have lots of lace, vintage lace, and plenty going on in that one. Now I'll just put this back before I show you the next page. Oh, it's just so heavy is this book. There's so much in it. And it was a labour of love, I can tell you. It took me a month of solid, but I loved every minute of it. Did. In fact, I was quite disappointed when I got to the end of it. I've got to do another one now. So I think the next one might be a paper junk journal, but we'll see. Right, next page. Now we have blue and pink. There we go. I'll do it a bit further back where you can see it better. There we go. Oh goodness. Now another photograph with a pair of vintage earrings. They're gorgeous, they are. I don't know what stone, but there's a proper stone in the middle of them. Like rhodolite or something. I don't know what it is, but it's pink and grey. That just tucks in there, in that pocket. And we've got lots of pearls, and we have seam binding bows, which came from Randy, and a wonderful package that she sent me. Some tatting flowers, and these are little poppies, these blue poppies that belong to Mum. Crushed blue velvet background, and you just peeping through at the edges here, you can just see some vintage wedding lace just on the edges there, which is from Randy. And I don't know if this video does it justice really, but it's absolutely stunning, the colours. Now we're going to the last page, the last two pages, and we've got more of that wedding lace and a handmade pin with a glass heart. There we go. And on the last page of all is the wedding page, what I call the wedding page. And it's full of different laces, ribbons, flowers, handmade silk bows. And right in the middle of it all is a photo of the happy couple. Here we have Art Nouveau style medallion, which can be made into a pendant. Just do see if I can do you close up. Can't you tell I'm good at this? There, and the butterfly there. There's lots of surprises on this page. And so that's it really. That's the end of the book. And wow, what a treasure. But that's not all, because I've got more to show you in this little bag here, which comes with the book. These are some of the things that belonged to the lady. In a handmade bag made of yellow silk with an applique. If I open it, we've got quite an assortment of things inside. So I'll take them out one by one and talk you through them. So we have this jewellery box, satin applique on the top and cream ribbon, and inside is, I don't know if you can see black on black, it's not very clear, but just a moment, I'll see if I can get it focused. Is a pair of black calla lily earrings on silver. Oh, they don't show up very well. There we go. They are rose gold on silver. I'll take one out, let me have a look. There. There we go. That's one side, and inside you can see little crystals. There we go. It's on rose gold plated silver, sterling silver. Pair of those. They're new and they're handmade by me, and I thought I'd just pop them in with the book. And this is something else, something interesting. Well, there's a real bag of tricks here. Look at this. This comes with it. It's a velvet jewellery roll. I'll open it up, see what we've got inside it. You can see a bit better. I'll open it up. And there we have a diamante feather, and there are some little pockets. See what's in the first pocket. Let's have a look. Oh, a pair of vintage earrings. There, pair of vintage earrings. Clip-on pearl. Simulated pearl. And the other pocket, this side, we have a vintage bracelet type, sparkly bracelet, vintage, that lives in that pocket. And then inside here we have a silk ribbon choker. There we go. That ties, just tie it on. And at the other side, I've forgotten the other side. I've forgotten to put in there now. Oh. Oh. We've got something here, a little organza bag. And it's a choker, I think. Yes. And it's made from an upcycled necklace. There. On velvet ribbon. There we go. Choker on velvet ribbon. Put that back in a moment. that's it, I think. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, well, yes, we've had that one. So that all belongs into that jewellery roll. What else have we got? It's like a lucky bag, is this? Oh. And we have an organza bag. There's something inside, and it's, there we go, a pair of vintage gloves, kid leather, very soft like butter, with buttons, so they're quite long, the long length gloves, and they're actual vintage, those are. I bought them a few years ago from Filey, and I thought they'd look nice in this book, but I couldn't fit them in, so I thought I'd just do it separate like this in a bag. Don't know what you think, but that's that. And last but not least, we've got Alexandria's ball gown, on a mannequin. Oh, let's see. There we go. There it is. Can you see it? It's a mannequin. That's hard, that part. Papier-mâché, and I've covered it and made this dress. And you can see the petticoats underneath. That's made from lemon silk. Do a bit and various sparkly bits and netting too. And pearl trim at the bottom. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. So I've got lots and lots of goodies that go with this book. So it's really like a memory keepsake book, I suppose. You could use it to put your own brooches, your own jewellery, your own photographs, your own memories. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon.